We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Trump dominates the Iowa caucuses. Iran becomes more active in Middle East attacks. EVs are dying in the cold, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Former President Donald Trump cemented his dominance in the race for the Republican presidential nomination on Monday, winning the Iowa caucuses with a record 30 percentage point margin of victory over his nearest rivals, Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. Trump finished with 56% of the vote, a record for a Republican caucus in recent years. The Associated Press declared him the winner 31 minutes after the first votes were cast in the party's first 2024 nominating contest. Florida Governor DeSantis came in second, narrowly ahead of Haley. Vivek Ramaswamy finished fourth and dropped out of the race, pledging to support Donald Trump. The remaining candidates next compete in the January 23rd New Hampshire primary. Houthi rebels in Yemen hit a U.S. cargo ship, the Gibraltar Eagle, with an anti-ship ballistic missile in the Gulf of Aden on Monday, U.S. Central Command said. The strike appeared to be the first successful Houthi attack on a U.S.-owned and operated vessel since the Iran-backed group started strikes in the area to show support for Palestinians after the outbreak of the Hamas-Israel war in Gaza. Eagle Bulk Shipping confirmed that its vessel, which was carrying steel products, had been hit by an unidentified projectile about 100 miles offshore. The damage was limited and nobody on board was injured, and the ship continued its journey. The U.S. and U.K. last week struck 28 Houthi sites in retaliation for previous attacks. Hamas on Monday released a video it said showed the bodies of two Israeli hostages, Yassi Sharabi and Itai Swirsky. The Palestinian militant group, which had warned Sunday that the hostages might be killed if Israel didn't stop bombing Gaza, said they were killed by Israeli strikes. Israel's military spokesperson, Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, said that at least one of the hostages shown in the video, Swirsky, had not been killed by Israeli forces. That is a Hamas lie. The building in which they were held was not a target, and it was not attacked by our forces, Hagari said. Iran said its Revolutionary Guards destroyed what it claimed was an Israeli spy headquarters in Iraq's semi-autonomous Kurdistan region on Monday. The Kurdistan Region Security Council said the strike killed 4 people and wounded 6. The United States condemned Iran for what it called a reckless and imprecise set of strikes. Iraq denounced the attack as a violation of its sovereignty. Kurdistan authorities also said they had shot down 3 armed drones flying over the airport in the northern city of Erbil, where U.S. and other international forces are based. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard is also on the ground in Yemen, helping Houthi rebels. The fact that they are on the ground in Yemen and the strikes in Iraq fueled fears that the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza would spread to other parts of the region. Showcasing one of the biggest drawbacks of electric vehicles, desperate Tesla owners in and around Chicago were seen trying to charge their vehicles with no luck amid frigid temperatures that have gripped the Midwest. Charging stations have essentially turned into car graveyards in recent days as temperatures have dropped to the negative double digits. One expert said that cold weather can impact the ability of electric vehicles to charge properly. It's not plug and go. You have to precondition the battery. meaning that you have to get the battery up to the optimal temperature to accept a fast charge, said Mark Billick of the Chicago Auto Trade Association. Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson filed a lawsuit on Monday seeking to block the merger of Kroger and Albertsons, the two largest U.S. supermarket chains. Ferguson said the $24.6 billion proposal to combine number one grocery operator Kroger, owner of Ralph's, Harris, Teeter, Fred Meyer, and other chains, and number two Albertsons would give shoppers fewer choices and less competition, eventually forcing customers to pay higher prices. Kroger and Albertsons, which owns Safeway and Vons, say they need to join forces to compete with giant non-traditional rivals such as Amazon, Costco, and Walmart. The International Monetary Fund warned in a new report that artificial intelligence technology would affect about 40% of jobs and likely worsen overall inequality. The IMF said generative AI will probably affect even more jobs, about 60% in the most advanced economies. In about half of these cases, workers could benefit from AI through enhanced productivity, while in other instances, AI will be able to take over tasks now done by humans, which could reduce labor demand and drive down wages or even eliminate some jobs. In the lowest income countries, only about 26% of jobs will see an impact from AI, according to the IMF. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.